First, we have to sketch triangle KLM. We have given points, coordinates of points K, L, and M. So let me draw XY plane, because we have given that A is positive, so our triangle will be in the first quadrant. What else? First point has coordinates 0, 0, so it will be in the origin. So this is point 0, 0, okay. Next has coordinates 2a, 0, so because the second coordinate is 0, it means this point is on the x-axis, and a is positive, like I said, so it will be on the right side from the origin. So let's put that this is our A, approximately here will be 2A. So this point has coordinates, this is L, 2A, 0. And point M has coordinates AA. So approximately here will be A. So this is our point M, which has coordinates A, A. Now we can connect these 3 points, and we have our triangle KLM. So now we have to first find the slope of each side. Let me remind you formula. If we put that this point has coordinates for this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2, so the slope m will be y2 minus y1 in numerator, and the numerator is x2 minus x1. So let me write that m, slope of KL segment will be numerator, we have to subtract y coordinates, and we will have 0 minus 0, and in the numerator we have to subtract x coordinates, so it's 2a minus 0. So this is equal 0. When we have 0 slope, it means that our line is horizontal. Next we will find the slope KM segment, so M, slope of KM segment. M is the last, so first in numerator we have to subtract y coordinates, so it will be a minus 0, and in the numerator we have to subtract x coordinates, so it will be a minus 0, 2. So a over a, so we have 1. And we see that we got positive slope it means that our line races from the left to the right. Next we have to find slope of ML segment. So again, L is the last point. So we have to first subtract in numerator y coordinates, so it will be 0 minus a. And we have, now we have to in the numerator subtract x coordinates, so we have 2a minus a. So this is equal negative a over a, so this is negative 1. We got negative slope. It means that our line falls from the left to the right. So we found slope. Next we have to find the length of each side. Because we have given points and coordinates of these points, so we will use distance formula. So the distance between K and L point will be, K and L points will be square root of, and we have x2 minus x1 to second power plus y2 minus y1 to second power. This is formula. So now we will find KL. So we have to subtract first x coordinates and take to second power, and next y coordinates and we have to take to second power too. So we have square root of, L is the last point, so we have 2a minus 0 to second power plus 0 minus 0. So this is equal square root of 4a squared. This is equal to a. A is positive number. Next we will find km distance. So this is square root. And now m is the last. So we have a minus 0 to second power plus, and again we have a minus 0 to second power. So this is equal square root of a squared plus a squared is equal square root of 2a squared. So this is equal a square root of 2. And the last is ml. This is equal again square root of, and L is now the last. So first we have to subtract x coordinates, next the y coordinates. So we have 2a minus a to second power plus 0 minus a to second power. So this is equal square root of, we have a squared plus a squared, so this is equal square root of 2a squared, so this is equal a square root of 2. Next we have to find the coordinates of each midpoint. So we have to find midpoint of ML, segment KL, and KM. Of course, KL will be A0. So next we will find the midpoint first of KL segment, and let me remind you formula for the midpoint. When we have points K and L, and K has coordinates x1, y1, and xl has coordinates x2, y2. So the midpoint of KL will be x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. So it will be 0 plus 2a over 2, and the second coordinate will be 0 plus 0 over 2. So this is equal 2a over 2, so will be a, and 0, the second coordinate, and midpoint of KM segment will be a plus 0, or 0 plus a will be the same, over 2, and second is a plus 0 over 2. So this is equal a over 2 and a over 2. And the last midpoint of ML segment will be first we have add x coordinates, so this is a plus 2a over 2 and a plus 0 over 2. So this is 3a over 2, first coordinate, and the second is a over 2. Next question, we have to check if this triangle KLM is isosceles triangle. We know that isosceles triangle has at least two congruent sides, and we got that side KM and ML are equal. So because KM is equal to ML, it means that our triangle is isosceles triangle. These two sides are congruent. And the last question, is it right triangle? To find if it is right triangle, we have to check the slopes of our line. We got that KL line is horizontal, and what else we have, that KM is positive and ML is negative, and we see when you multiply these two slopes you will get -1, and we know that in coordinate plane two non-vertical lines are perpendicular if and only if the product of these slopes is -1. If you multiply slope of KM segment times slope of ML segment, we have 1 and -1. So you have 1 times -1. This is equal -1. So because we got value -1, it means that KM segment is perpendicular to ML segment. It means that we have here right triangle. This is my solution.